Novilineal, going to be doing some test plays today, so I'll be running your map here, Bloodwork. I saw this as your first map, so congratulations. Always very exciting to start your first mapping journey. I will say I don't have the mods that let me check things like note jump speed and jump distance and stuff, so if anything feels off, I'll let you know, but if you have any questions about the specific numbers and stuff, definitely you can post it in the chat, in the Discord. Like obviously, so you have all these difficulty settings here. I'm test playing like 10 maps today, so I'm not going to have time to do them all. One thing I noticed just by looking at the numbers, though, it is, you know, Expert Plus. That sounds really good, but the progression seems off, right? Like it's not that you want to go like down 1 note per second per difficulty level, but like that's really high for easy, and these are all almost identical. So again, unless like your Expert Plus map is absolutely flawless and I can blast through it in no time, I'm not going to have time to do the other ones. But these all numbers seem really high, so you just want to maybe keep an eye on that when you're down mapping. Obviously, you need the patterns to be simpler, but long story short is you'll need to have fewer notes, I think, because like a 2.5 for easy difficulty is quite challenging. But otherwise, we'll just kind of jump right in. Whoa! Okay, very fast. Very, very fast. Do I have that up from before? No. Okay, so yeah, that's really fast. I don't know what your note jump speed there is, but that's excessively fast. That's going to jump scare people. Even this is fast. Like I said, I don't have the actual numbers and such, but I've put it as far back as I can. So if I can't play it, I'm going to have to slow it down. But even what I've got it on right now is fast. And then the only other thing I notice is, especially with this note jump speed, typically most players are going to start with their hands up. So starting with a forehand on, you're going to trip up some people. It's not technically wrong per se, but you're definitely going to trip some people up. Okay, I'll try it at this speed, but yeah, I might have to slow it down, so. Okay, yeah, I gotta slow it down. If nothing else, I'm just not gonna be able to see things like the parity errors. Wait, were there okay, either there were parity errors here or the timing's off. So I'm just, man, I can't see it. Like, again, it's so fast. Whoop. Yeah, why? Okay, sorry. I kind of wish I was looking at this in editor. Cause something feels off with these notes. Like, again, I don't know if there's just a double directional in there. Like, why, I don't know why I can't see it. Or if, like, cause kind of what I'm hearing with the music is bump, bump, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, bump, bump, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And it doesn't feel like that's what that is. But for some reason, I can't see it. I'm just, oh yeah, okay. So there was there was a double directional there. That's why there were 2 down notes in a row. Yeah, definitely don't. Yeah, those are fine. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, let me put it back to this. So, because I think I was just messing that one spot off because there was a double directional there. So let me try that again at this speed. That's not very friendly, having the notes all up on the top row like that. Ooh, this, okay, yeah, so I think I get what you're trying to do. Like, that feels like that's the drum beat, but I mean, that, like, they're all just straight up double directionals, right? So that, like, even if they were on the bottom row, that 1, 2, and that feeling like you're beating a drum, is just not great, especially at the Expert Plus level difficulty. Players who do Expert Plus are going to be expecting, like, the flow and the parity and stuff. So even if they were on the lower part, that would be very challenging and very jarring, and having them horizontal like that That's tough. That's not gonna, let me go back. I don't think that's gonna appeal to a lot of Expert Plus players, so I didn't actually check. So yeah, more double directionals there, parity breaks. Yeah, you want really good flow on Expert Plus. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to post the link to the map checker that you can run this map through, because yeah, there's a lot of the parity breaks, and so what that'll do is that'll point them all out to you. So I won't keep mentioning it. Whoa. Okay, what happened there? 30 something. Okay. Yeah, so a bunch of, well, okay, yeah, so that's way, like you could, if you get rid of the bombs and put that stack on the bottom row, because basically your bomb signal I need to be up, then I have to do that note, and then I have to immediately get down. Like there's no way, even though you can put your headset in the bombs, no way people are going to be able to see that. They're going to see the bombs and think reset, swing that note, and have to immediately get down. Like if you really want to have that crouch there with the bombs, you'd have to put the bombs way farther back so that, you have time to hit that note and then go down. But I think the simplest thing is just get rid of the bombs, put the red notes on the bottom level, and then you can do your crouch all you want. That should be fine. I forget exactly where that was. Yeah, that part was weird. But yeah, that's... Yeah, so a bunch of double directionals there. That was pretty good with the arcs. I would make the crouches a little bit shorter too. Like make them not so long, because you don't know the athletic skill level of the people that are going to be playing your map. That was too slow. Especially when you're doing, like, the way that kind of ended up playing was, like, I think the red was like a forehand and the green was a backhand. So the green was fine, but especially at that speed, a forehand, trailing note like that is really uncomfortable to play. I think that was some parity break stuff. Whoa. Same there. Yeah, so big thing is just parity, lots of breaks. So this feels, so that's identical to what you did before. At absolute minimum, I would mirror it. But generally, I find doing mirrored stuff in the chorus is okay. Like, people kind of expect that. But your verses should all probably be pretty unique. Like, and I find a good way to do that is you can, like, take what you've mapped, like, basically mirror it, and then that should mess up the parity. But then what you could do is then place the notes in that new position. So essentially it'll keep the timing the same, which I think, is good for, like, the flow of the map. But then you place completely different notes in that same timing. And it's a really simple way to kind of, remap a whole section without having to, like, remap it from scratch, right? So you basically copy and paste it, but mirror it. Hopefully that'll break the parity. But then what you do is you go through, correct the parity. The timing will be all the same, but the feel should be different. Yeah, so again, though, on top of all of that, all those notes are just really tiring, right? Like, you're doing that same note over and over again. But again, if you want to keep something like that, the feel, I would also mirror it too, because remember, that's now the second or the third time that I've used my right hand to hit all of those notes. So you're going to tire out the shoulder if you focus too heavily on one color doing one pattern. So I mean, I think you need to change the pattern too. But for example, like, instead of having that constant drum beat, like, if you want to emphasize that, you could just have it, like, flow in and out, right? Or flow in, up, down, up, like, just do something, like, so mapping the drum as a single saber, I don't think is a problem. It's that like acting like I'm hitting a drum, right? Like this isn't, I was going to say Guitar Hero, but the one that has the drum set. Sorry, Rock Band. Yeah, this isn't Rock Band, right? Like we're not trying to do drums here. So again, like doing a single saber to represent the drums, I think that part's fine. It's slow enough. You can get away with it. But yeah, that particular pattern's not going to work. And again, whatever you do, then mirror it the next repetition so you're not doing single saber. Like, I would be really curious to see how the map stats are. Having the red up is, like, it's fine. That's definitely not intuitive, though. Like, typical crossover pattern is you'd have the green up going this way and the red up going this way. So you can do it this way, but I just wanted to point that out in case, like, that's a mistake new mappers will make. And I mean, it's not even a mistake, but the fact that you're kind of jumping back and forth here, well, is, might be a little confusing. That was cool. I like that use of arc. Yeah, so same thing. My right arm's getting tired. Yeah, like I wonder what the note distribution would be in the map checker. Because you want it to be about one. Sorry, I'm losing my train of thought. Like you want the note distribution to be about one, so it's not like too heavily weighted on one color of note than the other. I feel like this song is going to have a lot more green notes than red notes. Yeah, so again, parity issues, but oh, this is pretty mean if you're not doing a fit beat map, because you basically kind of almost have to stay crouched the whole time. And vision blocks here. Whoa, that was 3 minutes. That was really mean. Yeah, those crouches, you basically have to stay crouched, which means those upper notes. So unless you're doing a fit beat map, which is a lot of the crouches, yeah, that's too many back-to-back crouches. Because people are either going to stay down like what I'm doing, and then you can't see. Because the thing is, when you're crouched down like that too, anything that's in the middle is going to create vision blocks. And anything that's way up out of the crouch, like, that's exhausting to have to be getting up, down, up, down. So if I have to come up and get those notes, I'm just not going to do it. So like I stayed crouched for that whole time, couldn't hit those top notes. And then it felt like there was a lot of vision blocks. Cause now anything that's in the bottom row in the middle is going to be a vision block while you're in a crouch. So something to watch out for. Sorry, 3, 10. Let's just go a couple seconds cause I don't, yeah, so again, some parody stuff here because like it's that outwards drumming motion and also with the vision blocks with the notes being in the face block spot. Yeah, so same there. That part didn't flow. Okay, I won't go back and play it, but yeah, the ending just didn't flow to me. So yeah, like I think there's a lot of good stuff to work with here. I think the big thing is definitely note jump speed has to be a lot slower. Because even at the slowest I could get it, and slowing it down to 85%, it still felt fast at times. Obviously, run it through the error checker to look for your double directional vision blocks. There weren't even that many, so like other than kind of at the end with those stacks there. But the double directionals and the parity breaks. And like I said, if you're going to do single saber sections, like keep in mind, a lot of people do single saber sections when their map is kind of on this, when their song is kind of in a slower section. But what a lot of new mappers don't realize is doing single saber, you're putting all the motion into one arm. So unless it's like really a slow section, it actually almost can increase the intensity, not decrease it. So I think you're fine because they're not that close together and you're using it to emphasize the drum there. So I think that's fine. I forget what the rest of the song did. You might have to connect the other notes with arcs to kind of emphasize that they're the vocals, and then your other hand is the drums. I think it's fine. It's just the directional and like a single saber's fine, but I wouldn't do them all as double directionals. That's very jarring. I think everything else I said, like if I see anything else when I'm like looking over my video, I'll put it in the comments of the YouTube video, but I think there's definitely some stuff to work with, but there's some technical errors that you need to fix before we kind of get into the lower difficulties and stuff too. So yeah, run it through the map checker, fix the double directionals for sure, and maybe simplify some of the patterns. And that's going to be a good starting point. And then post again for another test play, right? Like this is how you learn. You just keep changing things, keep getting feedback. If you have any questions, let me know. But otherwise, I hope that helps.